let's move on to the next topic. This is from The Hill. California court says some bees are fish. Yeah, I'm gonna have to read that again. Hold on a second. California court says some bees are fish. Okay, let me just stop there for a quick second. We've got it. We live in a really culturally and politically messed up time right now. We don't cover like politics and that sort of stuff on this show, so I won't go into that any further. But I will say, even for California, I'm shocked at this. Even for California, this is. Hang on a second. This is an appeals court. This is an appeals court. So that means there's been a prior court case that reached a verdict that one party didn't like to the degree that they thought it would be good to appeal it to a second court. This issue has been presented to a California court before, is what I'm getting out of this very first sentence. What in the heck? What in the heck? Hey, Brain Spaz, good to see you. Thanks for commenting. Yeah, fish bees. Apparently that's a thing. That is a thing now. Here we go. So like I was saying, a California, this is posted by thehill.com. Again, the link is in the description down below. A California appeals court has ruled that four species of bees are now legally considered fish. The issue was whether the bumblebee, a terrestrial invertebrate, falls within the definition of fish, a division in the list of endangered species and threatened species in the California Endangered Species Act. The act identifies the protected species in separate divisions as bird, mammal, fish, amphibian, reptile, or plant. Okay. We haven't gotten to the confusion part yet. It all started in a 2019 lawsuit between large agricultural groups in the state, such as almond and citrus growers, and the California Fish and Game Commission. The lawsuit specifically set out to determine whether the commission exceeded its authority when it designated four bumblebee species as endangered species. The crotch bumblebee, insert joke here, the Franklin bumblebee, the Suckley cuckoo bumblebee, what? Who names these things? Then the Western bumblebee, calling them invertebrates, therefore falling under CISA's definition of fish. You're telling me that a bee called crotch is technically a fish? I don't think I need to try very hard to make this hilarious and unbelievable. This particular topic, this might be the apex of like how weird this could get tonight. We have several other stories on the docket tonight, but I did not see this one coming at all. In years past, fish were defined as wild fish, mollusks, or crustaceans, including any part, spawn, or ova thereof. But in 2015, the legislature modified the definition to read, quote, fish means a wild fish, mollusk, crustacean, invertebrate, amphibian, or part, spawn, or ovum of any of those animals, end quote. All right. In the ruling, the courts gave the commission the legal authority to list invertebrate species as endangered, even if they are not aquatic animals. The ruling stated, quote, we next consider whether the commission's authority is limited to listing only aquatic invertebrates. We conclude the answer is no. Although the term fish is colloquially and commonly understood to refer to aquatic species, the term of art employed by the legislature in the definition of fish in section 45 is not so limited. This is boring. Okay, basically, this is a bunch of like boring legalese kind of that's sidestepping the fact that the court system, the California legal system, I guess, and the enforceability of this Endangered Species Protection Act, it's being sort of amended in a way as to, through some sort of almost like a grammar loophole, almost just sort of loosely consider these specific species of bee invertebrates. That's what they're talking about here. The first sentence in that last paragraph I read off, they were considering whether the commission's authority is limited to listing only aquatic invertebrates, and they wound up concluding the answer is no. They're not limiting themselves to water-based animals, or invertebrates, excuse me. So where does that even come from, though? Like, where is did they just basically feel like it? Like, you know what, this seems like a good day to completely upend America's understanding of the insect system and different species of bee, most of which the average person would not ever have guessed even existed in the first place. You know what I feel like doing today? Let's call them all fish. Just on a whim, just cause, you know. Yeah, let's just take these four species in particular. The other invertebrates, right? Yeah, let's make them all fish. And all right, that's good. Let's do lunch. Want to do lunch? Let's do lunch. That's exactly what happened. I think that's exactly what happened here. There's no real like there's no real information about why the modification to the legislature was put into place there. I don't like how vague that story was being at the end there. There's not enough information to work with. But like I said earlier, this and all the other topics that we're talking about tonight are listed in the description below. So feel free to check that resource and do some further Googling from there if you're genuinely curious about just how far down the rabbit hole goes on that particular topic. We got to move on.